Now, fuel prices continue to soar across the nation despite oil prices easing over the weekend. Business editor Ross Greenwood is with me. Ross, this is very much an election issue, the rising cost of living seeping into every aspect of our lives. It's a potent political problem.
Well, it's just got to be. There's no doubt, Kieran. And if you consider that these fuel prices, which we've got with the rising price of oil, caused by sanctions on Russian oil, what you're seeing right across the country now, as we go to air, Motormouth is saying Sydney $2.15, Brisbane the same price, Melbourne $2.09, Adelaide $2.20, Perth $2.10. Now, the fact is that this is taking money straight out of people's pockets, and people generally react more to fuel prices than they do even to interest rates. But do bear in mind that the fact that you've got fuel prices rising means that you're going to have an increasing cost of living everywhere because of transport costs, but then also inflationary costs will come into it. So this is all partly Russia, partly supply chain problems, and partly also the very hot economy that Australia has got right now. So all of these things are feeding in. It's not going to end anytime soon, notwithstanding the fact that from last week, when at one stage oil prices were close to $140 a barrel, right now as we get aware they're $106 a barrel. They've come off. But the other thing conspiring against those petrol prices is also the Australian dollar, sitting at around 72.5 US cents. That is also another thing which is keeping these prices low.
And while oil prices are high, other commodities like wheat, that's very much boosted the price of the ag stocks on the market.
Oh, it really has. You just saw them there, pop up there. So, today you saw Elders' share price jump to a 12-year high, up more than 11% today. The other big grain producer and marketer in Australia is GrainCorp. Its share's up another 4% today. They've had a phenomenal run. But, of course, even this then feeds into the cost of living as well, because it'll go down to the price of bread, the price of, other grains and food stocks. And it's not just simply that's wheat prices that are booming, but it's other stocks that are produced, remember, in Russia and Ukraine, disrupted by this war. And the fact of the matter is that Australian sort of farmers are going to get a big boost out of this, especially with the dollar so low. But on the other side of it, you've actually got the fact that this adds to the inflationary problem. So none of this is going to end without interest rates being significantly higher, which is why the Reserve Bank in the past week or so has walked very rapidly away from ideas that interest rates will not be rising until 2023 or 2024. It's going to happen this year.